Imagine it is 1908. A young, unknown reporter named Napoleon Hill is invited to interview the richest man in the world at the time, Andrew Carnegie. Hill expects a short conversation. Instead, he walks into a turning point that will shape the rest of his life. Carnegie studies him quietly, then asks a strange question. If I gave you the secret formula of success, would you dedicate 20 years of your life to proving it works? Hill hesitates. 20 years is a lifetime. No guarantee of money, no fame promised. Just a mission. But something inside him says yes, and that yes becomes the seed of Think and Grow Rich. Years pass. Hill interviews more than 500 of the most successful people in America, inventors, presidents, industrial giants, visionaries. He notices a pattern. None of them succeed by accident. None wait for luck. All of them carry the same invisible fuel, a burning desire. Not a wish, not a hope, a desire so strong it refuses to die. He tells the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a poor man who stood on a train platform with empty pockets but a full mind. Barnes didn't want a job with Thomas Edison. He wanted to be Edison's partner. People laughed. He had no education, no money, no connections, but he had certainty. Years later, that certainty became reality. He walked into Edison's office as a dreamer and walked out as a business associate. Hill learned, the world bends toward those who know exactly what they want. But desire alone isn't enough. Many people want wealth, health, or success, yet remain stuck. Hill discovered the missing link, belief backed by action. He noticed that successful people talk to themselves differently. They don't say, I hope. They say, I will. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They start where they stand.
Let's align our strategies.
They write their goals.
I agree.
They repeat them daily.
Let's map out the timeline.
They program their minds like architects designing a building before a single brick is laid. Hill realized something powerful. Your mind is not a mirror of reality. It is a magnet for it. What you consistently think, you begin to notice. What you notice, you begin to act upon. What you act upon, you slowly become. Then comes another truth, one most people resist. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of its blueprint. Hill met countless leaders who failed spectacularly before they succeeded. Businesses collapsed. Ideas were rejected. Critics mocked them. Yet they treated failure not as a wall, but as a teacher. Each setback sharpened their strategy, strengthened their resolve, and clarified their direction. He writes as if whispering directly to the reader.
Synergy is key.
Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. The difference between winners and quitters isn't intelligence or talent. It is persistence,
Let's build on this.
the quiet, stubborn refusal to stop. Finally, Hill uncovers the greatest secret of all. No one rises alone. Behind every successful person is a circle of minds, mentors, partners, friends, supporters. He calls it the mastermind principle. When two or more people align with trust and a shared purpose, their combined intelligence becomes greater than the sum of its parts. Ideas multiply, courage grows, doubt shrinks. Success, Hill learned, is not a solo climb. It is a coordinated ascent. So the message of Think and Grow Rich is not really about money. Money is only a symbol. The true wealth is control over your thoughts, clarity of purpose, and the discipline to act despite fear. The story ends where it began, with a decision. A young reporter once said yes to a challenge. A poor dreamer once said, I will, instead of, I wish. Every successful person Hill studied made a momentous internal choice before the world ever noticed them. And the quiet lesson echoes. If you can see it clearly in your mind, believe it deeply in your heart, and pursue it relentlessly with action, you are already walking the road to riches.